Welcome to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Now here's your host, Tim McMahon.
Hey, it's Tim, and it's Friday! That means it's time for our weekly recap and review of all the Star Wars headlines that grabbed my attention this week, and then I'll share a quick thought or opinion about each one. But before I do, I just want to apologize. Last week, I did not do the news on Friday. There just wasn't that much news, and there just wasn't that much me. I was a little under the weather, not feeling so hot, so I took the day off. So please forgive me, but hey, let's move forward. I think the big news of this week is the fact that everyone is counting down the hours to Star Wars Celebration. Even guys like me who aren't going are super excited right now. Hey, think of it this way. 1 week from today, 7 days from now, we'll be talking about the Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi trailer. Oh yeah! I can't wait for that. You know, it's not a guarantee that we're going to get a trailer, but come on, it's a safe bet to make. Other news coming out of Celebration, I think, is the fact that Hayden Christensen is coming back to Star Wars Celebration. He hasn't been around since the second one. He'll be signing autographs. You can get your picture taken with him. Well, actually, the window for that has passed. Man, oh man, it sold out fast. But don't worry, there's plenty of other Star Wars celebs you can meet. Forrest Whitaker is going to be there too. I thought that was interesting. So we're getting some of the Rogue One guys, Alan Tudyk, some of the classics, Billy D. Williams. And the list goes on and on and on. I've heard people complaining online the prices are getting a little up there for autographs, but you know what? If that's your thing, go for it. Spend the money. Enjoy. Other news about Celebration is I keep seeing stuff that I don't quite understand because I'm not a toy collector, but I guess the Funko Pops, I know those are pretty popular. They're having a lottery system, and it's going to be Celebration exclusives, but you got to win the lottery, and people are mad about that, or I won't say mad, but just upset they didn't win the lottery. I think the same thing's happening with Star Wars Legos. There's going to be some Star Wars Lego sets that are exclusive to Star Wars Celebration, but again, you have to get in early to get them, and they're going to be limited, and you know what? This is why I'm not a collector. But more power to you if you are. All right, other news this week is Operation Blue Milk. No one knew what this was. It was being teased all over the internet, especially Twitter. Turns out what it is, it's a 40th anniversary Star Wars novel coming out next year. 40 stories by 40 authors, all about 40 different characters from A New Hope. It put me in mind of the old Tales from the Cantina, Tales from Jabba Palace stories, but this is slightly different. This is Star Wars from a different point of view, from the point of view of these 40 other characters. I can't wait to read these short stories. This is going to be awesome. I love this sort of thing. For example, what's the story about the stormtrooper who stopped Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker but then let him pass? Like to see what his deal is. Another awesome thing about this book, and here I'm going to read this right off StarWars.com. It says, all participating authors have generously foregone any compensation for their stories. Instead, their proceeds will be donated to First Book, a leading nonprofit that provides new books, learning materials, and other essentials to educators and organizations serving children in need. To further celebrate the launch of this book and both companies' long-standing relationship with First Book, Penguin Random House has donated $100,000 to First Book, and Disney Lucasfilm has donated 100,000 children's books valued at over $1 million to support this good cause. Wow. I love it when Star Wars and charity crosses lines. That's a big part of why I'm a member of the 501st. So look forward to the book and look forward to the good cause. Real quick here, Rogue One is on disc this week, finally. Digital copies were out earlier, but now it's on DVD, Blu-ray, and all that other good stuff. Still waiting to find my VHS copy, but no luck there. In viral video news, the Bad Lip Reading Gang has done it again. They've done a version of The Force Awakens, but what's awesome about this, other than it being super funny, is that Mark Hamill does the voice of Han Solo. Yeah, go check it out. There's links in the show notes and on 12parsecsPodcast.com. Bad lip reading is always funny. Never bad. In video game news, Star Wars The Old Republic is updating to version 5.2 with The War of Locath. It'll be ready to go on April 11th. Anyone out there play Star Wars The Old Republic? I did when it first came out. In fact, I took a week off of work when it first came out so I could play that first week just solid. I barely slept. Hyped up on caffeine, loving the game, once I got in. Sadly, it took a few days to get up and running, so it was vacation time wasted, a lot of frustration, but I had fun. I played it for months and months and have come back to it every now and then, but the grinding of MMOs just sort of gets to me, so Anyway, those were the headlines that grabbed my attention this week. There's a lot of other news out there. I'm sorry I don't have time to get to it. This is Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy after all. Hey, if there's a headline you think I really should have gotten to, but I didn't, I want to know. Email me at 12parsekspodcast@gmail.com or connect with me on any of my social media accounts. All the links can be found on my website, 12parsekspodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Utini!
You've been listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, part of the expanded Fandomverse network of shows. For links and show notes, visit our website, 12parsecsPodcast.com. Follow Less Than 12 Parsecs on Twitter at 12parpod, on Instagram at 12parsecsPodcast, on Tumblr at 12parsecsPodcast, and find us on Facebook as well. And please let us know what you think. Email us at 12parsecsPodcast@gmail.com.